soreness or
Yeah.
how are we feeling this week, ladies? Welcome to the power of woo!
Yes.
And we're really going to go in tonight what that means and kind of what energy up, how it started, a little backstory because I think you'll really understand it and appreciate it. But before I get to that, so who felt a little sore last week? Were any of you kind of walking like this for a few days? How'd you feel?
Yeah,
Is it
all
difficult?
my body, it hurting me from here.
So your whole body from here, okay? But then after 3 days or so, pretty much disappeared?
It's
Because
gone.
I told you
It's gone.
last week, for up to 3 days, you can be a
Yes.
little bit sore. But then it just kind of goes away.
Yes.
So, and did any of us make any different kind of choices this week? Or are we starting to maybe look at things or be open to being a little, when you see something with sugar, maybe look at it a little bit differently? Because our number one goal is getting sugar out of this school.
Yeah.
Astoria Queens, first sugar-free school. But we can't do it without the queens sitting in this room. Because this program is all about you are the real queens, okay? And it's kind of, as women, we deserve to be a queen. We are queens. We rule, okay? Women rule. We rule our families. They may beat us, not physically, but they may beat us down into believing that might not be true. But guess what? At the end of the day, it is. So, and no matter what's going on in your lives out there, it doesn't matter what they're doing. It matters what we allow to come in or to us to react to. So again, any problems that are going on, any challenges, once a week when you come in here, in this room, you'll leave it at that door. Because once you walk in here, we're loud, we're proud, we're fit, we're fab and fierce. Got it?
Yes.
Now, and how we really show it is with energy up, energy up, this woo thing, okay? And what do we call it exactly? And I'm always like this. Every 20 or 30 years, sometimes it's every decade, there's kind of a new way that people express themselves. Many years ago, when rap kind of first came out, everything was ho, you know, ho. There was a television show, I think it was Arsenio Hall. Remember? Woo, woo, woo,
Yeah,
woo, woo.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, those were kind of vibrational sounds of the era. Well, now it is woo!
Right.
So, about 25, 30 years ago, when I first started my program, and I was just creating it. And I came from the nightclub world originally. I was the head dancer at the Whiskey A Go-Go. That might not mean anything to some of you, but the Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, California in the late 60s, the Doors were the house band. Jimi Hendrix, The Who, that was just, they all came through there. My boyfriend was their pot dealer, so I knew everybody.
Wow.
It was a different era. Back then, I was just high, not high voltage. When I got sober, high voltage is the natural high. And that woo and that wonderful feeling, that natural, great feeling that we have was the beginning of my program. So when I started creating Energy Up, and I had a DJ put this sound system into the, I owned a hotel spa. I was a director. And as I'm working out, it just started happening. I just started going, woo! And I could just feel like negative energy and negative stuff being pulled out of me. Like a lot of times when you see people at games, you know, or when they're in big groups, like they get excited and woo, ah, you know, they start yelling and releasing. They don't understand it, but what they're doing is they're getting all this negative crap out of their systems. You don't need to go to a game, okay? You can, once you're aware of that, you can pull that out of you anytime you want. Before I go to sleep at night, and I'm always doing my affirmations, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm proud. Woo! I mean, that woo, I've said this many times over the last 30 years. Once I get someone to woo and you click into that, we know we've got you. Because it's an energy that just starts inside, and you can kind of, as you wake up, I watched some of you last week. From just, it has nothing to do with dancing or ability or steps. It has to do with energy. And I could see some of you from when you started to all of a sudden, you know, they're just like moving like this. I mean, things just start, woo-hoo, it's okay. everybody just kind of starts moving. So today, when we get out there and we're woo-ing, when you see people on television now, or that woo is kind of what everybody does, this is where it came from, okay? This actually, I started doing it on television in the late 70s and early 80s, and kind of watching over because it takes years for something to actually get into culture. And it was just fascinating for me to watch everything coming from ho and woo to all of a sudden woo. So I'm proud of that, and that is the energy and the power. It's not just my power. It's not my power at all. Energy Up is all about universal energy power. And it's not a religious program. But I strongly believe in God, and whatever God means to you, whatever God, is your, and look, if somebody doesn't believe in God, this is a free country, that's up to you, but I think life is easier if you really believe in something, but for me, so this energy, universal woo, and turning your life over to something that's bigger than you, and just asking for help. And when you come into this room, one of the mothers mentioned to me, and I don't remember which person it was, that prayer works for me, or prayer really helps. Well, affirmations are like prayers, okay? Call it whatever you want. When we, I'm an energy of G, I want you to know, being fit, fab, fierce is the way we roll. I mean, I'm always looking to a bigger power to kind of help me and guide me. So that's comfortable lingo here. But again, whenever you walk through that door, anything that's going on in your life, if there's any negativity around, we leave it over there. Nobody can bother you in here. I want you to feel safe in here. You want to woo, you want to throw down, you want to move, anything you want to say, you want to do, we're here to support each other. There's no right, there's no wrong. That number on that scale doesn't mean a thing. If you really embrace the Energy Up program and eat our ways and do what we want, if you have weight to lose, you will lose it. But that is not the defining factor. You want to find your body. We have amazing doctors coming in to talk and that are part of the Energy Up program. We'll figure out what your BMI is, body mass index, and there's quite a range there. And you want to be fit, fab, and fierce, whatever that is. If you can take it as far as you want. You guys know I just turned 65. As women, we get smarter, we get more powerful. We have an opportunity to get happier, but we need to take care of ourselves. We are the ones that end up taking care of everybody else. And then at the end of the day, all of a sudden, there's nothing left. And it's not being selfish. You need this power of woo. You need to embrace it. You need to let it guide you. And honestly, if that's not being selfish, but if you don't take care of you, you won't be able to take care of anybody or anything. So I want this program, this is your fill-up station, you come in here, fill me up, because it can get tough out there, and, we've all, I don't know how you guys do it. At the end of the day, honestly, ladies, I turn my phone off. To me, bad news can wait. If it's really bad news, I'd rather get it in the morning after I've slept. But I don't have children. I don't, it's a little bit different. So at the end of the day, I can just shut down. You guys can't do that, okay? So when people say, oh, Voltage, you have so much energy, how do you, I really protect my energy, and, I go to bed early, I eat a very specific way because I want to. I have huge eating issues, okay? Not, my eating behavior until I found Energy Up was crazy. Really nuts, okay? Just, bulimia, anorexia, just can't stop. So Energy Up and the power of woo really saved me, but it saved me, much bigger than me. So I shouldn't even be here, ladies, So when people say, well, Voltage, why do you seem so happy all the time? Well, I used to cut myself and burn myself and hurt myself constantly, bad stuff. So, and I was locked up in, most people, I can prove I'm crazy, okay? I have papers. And I have papers from very, very fancy places. So I can prove I'm a little nuts. But it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. I only share these stories with you. It doesn't matter what you've done to yourself. It doesn't matter if you have a family member that you love dearly, you know, that has done really bad things to themselves. It doesn't matter because it can turn around at any point. It doesn't matter how sick, how bad, how addicted. You know, everybody thought I was so aloof when I was in my mid-20s and, you know, just so elegant. And I was known for wearing beautiful long gloves. They were covering my tracks, okay? Yeah, that bad. Wow. Yeah. And they thought I was so aloof. I was trying not to fall over. You know, so again, not bragging or apologizing, but anybody can get it together. That's what the Power of Woo is about. We are in here in Queens. We are going to make history. All of us weigh in, and I don't want ever to become scale phobic because a lot of people are really afraid of the scale, but I want to have a contest. What would be a prize that would really be something fun for the person who loses the most weight and makes the biggest transformation? Do I have any?
Send me to Venice. They have so much fun if they send me to Venice.
Oh, this one's hilarious.
What's Venice?
Italy.
Italy, really? Okay.
She's going anyways.
What is something that would really
February 13th,
that would be a big turn on?
A spa day?
A spa day? Because I'm going to come up with a contest and with a prize that is really something that would be exciting to. I didn't know if it would be like, you know, a makeover with some really famous makeup artist.
Yes.
Or, you know, because I know Energy Up, we have a lot of relationships with really famous stylists and hair and makeup people. So could something like that? Well, we'll discuss this, but there is going to be, so think, you know, those numbers over there, you know, whoever really loses the most weight, we will really do something awesome with.
How many days?
Well, the program runs for 5 weeks.
5 days.
But, pardon?
It's 8 weeks, isn't it?
5. But it's not the end of the 5 weeks. Understand.
5 weeks, but you haven't even started the second day. We got you.
But no, ladies. It's not 5 weeks and then Energy Up is gone. No. Don't forget, our biggest goal is to work to get sugar out of this school, and we need your help. So what we're doing, and the reason that I'm doing this program is we are looking for the parent leaders. We are looking for leaders within this group who are going to not just live the Energy Up program, but are going to also become, they're going to stand up with us in this community to really go after City Hall, who wants to help. You know, we have a mayor and we have a health commissioner who they want to help us, but we have to show that you really want it, and then we'll back it up. So at the end of this 5-week program, it's not like see you later at all. This is kind of the introduction, and we're kind of like doing it as we go. But the more you embrace it and the more you really live it, and as your energy goes up and the weight starts to come down, we're going to start brainstorming and coming up with some very interesting ways, you know, to really put Queens on the map and the Young Women's Leadership School right here, you know, with what it's going to take. Because honestly, this is a huge deal. So we need the power of woo! We need the power of woo! To make this happen. So does anybody have any, first of all, for next week, and as Max started to tell you, it's really important to read that piece of paper that I gave you. Try to go on, you know, not try, go to Facebook, like us, communicate, respond to the email letter that we sent you. This coming week, I would love all of you to get a notebook and keep a food diary. And that food diary, I am going to go over your food diary with each and every one of you when you come in here next week. That food diary is what you eat, how much you drink, water. Try to get at least 30 minutes of workout in. That could be doing squats while you're blow drying your hair. That could be up and down stairs while putting music on around the house. Walking, just move your body. Affirmation, every morning when you wake up. An Energy Up affirmation starts with I am happy, I am healthy, and a statement of truth. That's the affirmation. Take that, and that notebook that you're going to get and come in here with each week, you're going to write it 10 times. You know, write it in the morning and before you go to sleep. So that book has water,